All right, so here we go. We're talking with Tony. You
want to do this later than that?
We got a guest in here, Red in the back. So we sitting here talking about the package deal. What would you taking on another person's child when you got in with somebody?
Right,
so Tony said that he would do it 100%.
No, because you have to look at realistically, depending on what your age is. Now I'm a little over on the other side, but if you're a 35-year-old man and you're looking for a girl, and you're looking for a woman, and she happens to be in her early 30s, and she had a kid, but she's a career woman, it would make sense. Now, if you're looking at a welfare queen, that's a different story.
I don't know if I could do it. I've done it before. Well, not married, but dated a girl with a kid and lived with the kid.
Okay.
And kids are bad. Kids are bad. I don't even want kids yet.
I understand that, but I'm saying is if you're living with a woman that's...
How many kids you got, Tony?
None.
None?
All of them are on milk cartons.
Goodness. Yeah.
No, all kidding aside, but seriously, if you're in a healthy relationship with somebody, that their kid has been able to be raised in a proper fashion, then it ain't that bad. But if you're dealing with somebody that's not a good mother or something, and the kid, and got an irresponsible father or something.
Well, then you got to think about this. Because you're basically taking on the responsibility to be that child's guardian, that child's caregiver. So what about the father? So do you press her out to go get that child support money from that nigga, or do you step up and take care of it?
You gotta investigate the situation when you get there, and obviously when you're dating along, you'll have an adult conversation and say, I see you have a kid. Does the kid have a Does the kid have an active father? If the kid has an active father, and then it's a good situation, and then it's okay.
Go ahead, Red. What were you thinking?
A real woman, if you're gonna deal with this woman, a real woman is gonna come as a package with her children. She's gonna say that her kids, if you're gonna deal with her, you gotta accept her kids too.
But here it is. So here's the thing. A real woman, he's right, but a real woman would already be taking care of her children and would already have it together. And she actually might not even need your ass to do anything, but she would want you to help her.
That's true.
So, and I would do that, when you get, but you don't want to find, how you meet a girl, she got a kid. And I'm not dissing any woman, but it's like they want to find somebody with a place because it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody to take care of you, but that's what they're used to.
Right, but then you gotta be. Then on the other side, you got women that will be manipulate the shit out of you because they'll say that the kid's father,
they getting that child support money and they spending that shit on shoes. You be like, baby, where you get them red bottoms from?
They won't even tell you about it.
They
won't even tell you about it.
Yeah, that's true.
She ain't gonna tell you. She gonna show your ass. She go to that SWV concert without your ass with her friends.
No, but the idea is,
when your girl start bringing all her, and whenever she starts showing you pictures of niggas, and she say, "Oh, that's my cousin," yo. Yeah, nigga, all right, you better start packing your shit up.
If you're with a woman, and obviously you say, one weekend, where's just to make up something fictitious, where's your son Michael? Oh, he's with his father. Okay, now you know the kid has got a responsible father. If the kid's going to see his father on the weekends, that man's obviously paying some kind of support and being in the kid's life.
Well, I would be fine with that. I would totally, if the father was cool, that would actually be pretty cool to co-parent.
Right.
Because then you don't have to worry about completely doing that on your own. And it might actually help the kid seeing two men work together. But my thing is that a lot of fathers, the thing is they feel like you taking their mantle with the son. I would never want, now that's why I'm waiting to have children.
Right.
I don't want to see another man raise my child.
I understand that, but see, but what I'm talking about, you see, we're going to a different angle. And I'm not saying that every person that's sober and trying to work some kind of program, but the idea is you're going to see you're going to notice the difference right away, and you're going to say, yo, something's going on, or this is not working out because this kid is having issues now. If you can
Bad
tell me,
motherfuckers.
if you can tell me what's going on with this kid, because obviously we don't know the whole history of the kid.
What if the kid is completely now there's bad? Now I'm not saying psychopath, but what if the kid is really bad? Now what if he's bad? Do you spank someone else's child? Because if you spank my child, even if he was bad, I'm gonna come spank you.
Well,
you right?
Right. Yeah. But that's a different. But that's then you're going. Now you're going over. Now you're going into a different lane.
Well, we switch lanes. We switch lanes. Right. We got nothing to talk. This is a show for people with ADHD.
Oh shit! Give me another Adderall, then I'll be right back after the next commercial. Come on, bitch! Fuck this fucking. Come on, move!
So yeah, but I would now. I would. You know what? If the kid was that bad, and I couldn't handle it, I'm gonna talk to the mom. Right. And then it would need be, even if the dad don't like me, I'm gonna talk to the dad and be like, look, your kid's showing out because most likely he wants, he's going through a transition period.
Exactly.
So you gotta really step it up too if you want your kid to be, not out on the streets.
But what you gotta also figure out is how old this kid is. Now you're talking about kid going to school and everything, so you're putting a lot of components into it.
We are, but we're gonna get through the meat of it. We gotta get everything. Watch out for these people.
Fuck them,
don't hit any.
You're allowed to hit them on Tuesdays.
Don't hit any white people in the crosswalk, Tony.
Second Tuesday of the month, you're allowed to hit them.
Get in some trouble there.
It's fucking hit. It's hit day. Hit and miss. Right. I mean, it is a kind of strange situation. Oh, breaking news. Oh, but anyway, it is a kind of hitting. Oh, shit, we gotta get over there. I gotta do some kind of wiggle jiggle over here. I gotta figure out this now. Damn it.
So when this kid that I was staying with, he would do kid shit all to the maximum.
Let me ask you something.
He would wake up.
How old was the mother?
How old was?
He was 2.5.
Okay. And how old was the mother?
23.
Okay.
They were young.
And did the kid have did the father show up?
No, he had no relation. Okay. Nothing. He never talked. I think they talked like twice.
Okay.
But so he would. Okay, I'm not used to this. He would wake up at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. Open tampons and throw them all over the place. Tony missed the exit. See, that's what happens, Tony. You don't take your Adderall. But he would draw all over the walls. Okay, so this was the worst thing. I get off work. I was playing Elder Scrolls and I was about to come hop on the Xbox. Man, I go to turn it on and it won't start. And it's like he's like I put all the money in the bank, and I'm like, what bank? He's like, there, and he points at the slot in my Xbox, and I lift it up and shake it, and he had filled it with change. Filled it.
I understand, but he's 2.5
I was blown.
But he's 2.5 years old. Come on.
What am I supposed to do? But you can't beat him.
No, you can't beat. He's a 2.5-year-old.
You can't do.
You can't talk to that nigga would say, and 2-year-olds, man, he would supercharge them nose. You be like, hey man, I need you to go clean this up. He would go, no. Like he was bucking at me. I was like, oh man, kids are like that. Yeah. So I don't think I was on a point where I was ready to have a child. That's why I want to wait.
And let's be real.
My own child, I might be a little different though.
Let's be real. You were using too. I mean, you might not have been abusing, but you were using.
Yeah, I was in the grip. That's the terrible twos, and I was in the grips of the chaos of my own life.
Right. So
but it's like, would you now? Here's another branch off. Would you treat your kid differently from a stepkid?
No. I mean, I would.
But would you?
Yeah, I mean,
I would.
Some parents.
I'm sorry, it's my blood.
I understand. I would. Yeah, I would keep. I might treat mine a little bit differently, but as long as both of them, as long as you got your relationship with the stepkid might be a little bit different depending on what's going on with the father.
I experienced that too with my stepmother. She would definitely treat me different than with her own kids.
So my stepdad, I got a stepdad. He was cool. We was cool.
Yeah.
And he really treated us equally because I kind of stepped up to the plate. I would be there to call him, talk to him. So you can really build that bond with the stepchild because I've been there. My stepdad raised me. He taught me everything I know. So it's like I would.
It is a situation when you have to cross that bridge to get to it. I mean, you're going with a lot of hearsay too.
So and like it says, not everything is for everybody.
Right.
And and not at the, you might not be in the right point, or it's just some things aren't meant to be like, like all these relationships based on kids. I'm like, yo, I am not trying to be standing here not talking to you all day for 18 years just because we got a fucking child. You know what I'm saying? Why you got to stay in a relationship? Co-parent. Learn how to work together.
Right.
You don't have to stay together and be miserable. I'm not trying to be miserable for 50 years.
No.
I be seeing old people like that. They barely talk. Sleep in separate rooms and shit.
I'm like, when my parents here, there was... This started loosening up then. There was a real stigma when you got divorced. Back in some days.
Like they just couldn't do it.
No, it was just like...
It was looked down upon.
It was, yeah. And so, and people who did follow their religious call, and so not
Catholics and all that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you stuck with it, man. You get married, that's your fucking wife, that's your husband. Yeah. You better just make it work. Y'all better argue all you can.
And a lot of times the parents would get divorced or
separated
after the kids graduate.
Yeah,
school.
exactly. So at least the 18 years.
Heck yeah.
That's an investment when you have a child in a relationship. It really is, man.
But let me tell you something. I have no, and this is a real. It's a real. How would you say to me? It's a real stigma to me. It's something that I cannot stand. Men that fucking have kids and do nothing for them.
So, you know what I always used to say this?
Your coffee, son.
I always used to say this. Niggas be having kids just to see what they look like. That's it. That's all they want to see.
Yeah, that's terrible.
They'll watch you from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to know you, but they just wanted to see what maybe he would look like if they had him.
Right.
So, and that's reckless. I'm glad that, I knew better. I don't want to have no kids running around that I don't know about.
There's two things I can barely tolerate. I can barely tolerate irresponsible fathers and mothers, and I definitely cannot tolerate when fucking men start hitting women.
Oh yeah.
To me, that's no good.
That's not cool.
Okay, no, but let's get a point there. So I want to bring this up. What about women hitting men? Because I've had some girls hit me, call the police, and I go to jail. Like, what the fuck is that? This system is so fucked up. Man, my lawyer told me when I went into the courtroom, prosecutor, my girl at the time was white, and she had blue eyes, and my lawyer told me that, do you see the color of your skin? Like, what the fuck was going on in Anne Arundel County? What in the haberdashery? Because it just shouldn't work like that. If a woman's hitting you and you don't I'm not saying fucking hit her, but if you hold her, that's not bad.
Well, you understand some of the laws have even changed about back in the day, and this was not that long ago. I'm saying like 10 years ago. If you had a wife and you went home and started having sex with her, and she didn't want to fucking sex,
it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. But now,
I agree with that though.
If there's no consent, she can charge you with rape too.
So now, what we do now, because we can't just stick it in. We put it on her leg while she sleep, see if she want it. When she move, when she move and you think she wake, and you like, oh, she want it, and then you be like, baby, she don't say nothing. She still sleep. You start rubbing it on her, try and wake her up. Tony know about that. He put that slong on her. Man, yeah, we running into traffic. All right, so yeah, I got some stuff to take care of, but yeah, there's another episode with Tony, Red in the back. All right, y'all, have a good day. Thank you for watching.